Enochian.org back again with some cautions. So the ATRs are the big thing now, because who isn't drawn and attracted to stuff we don't know yet? So we know a lot of stuff about the West. There's so many books on it, even though the books don't cover much, because you can't cover much in a book, right? So there's so much not in the books. But we're so used to it. It's here. It's around us all the time. We always want to look further out. Also, sometimes some spirits from other traditions will come to us. We're like, who are you? And then suddenly, wow, really drawn to a certain path. Or we just may be drawn, or we may have a spiritual ancestor in a certain path. Anyway, so it's the big thing now, the ATRs. And the awesome thing about the ATRs is they've spent all this time practicing their spirituality, where in the West in general, not the magicians, but in general in the West, the people have been focusing on moving away from spirituality, moving more towards the mundane, moving more towards let's advance the career, which is awesome and all, but balance here, folks. And the spirituality is a bit lacking. So what do? We search out paths where it's incorporated into their daily lives and always has been. So anyway, since the ATRs are popular, I thought I would talk about voodoo a bit. Though this can, from what I've been told by other people, be said about Palo, be said about Harry, be said about any of them. All of them. I don't want to say too many just because I'm not qualified to talk about much of these, many of these. Okay, so I'll use voodoo as a good example from personal experience. So a few years ago, I gave a lecture on voodoo for the local community. I'm in Canada, there's so few voodoo people here. So I gave a lecture on it. And I mentioned to everybody at the beginning of the lecture, more than once, that I'm not a priest or priestess, and I am not initiated in that path. In brackets here. When I went to Haiti, I took more of the Bokor route and did the Makaya thing, instead of getting the asana and all that, due to interest at the time and finances and etc. Anyway, so I mentioned this. I mentioned I go find a qualified teacher. And then I just basically showed a bunch of my pictures from Haiti, just talked about what I knew of the path, talked about my experiences, how awesome it was, and my favorite loa. And I was fortunate enough that my friends got together and did some drumming. They did a bunch of voodoo drumming because the beats are well known and common, so they did the drumming and the singing of the songs for me. It was really awesome. It was the most amazing thing ever. And then something cool did happen. Loa did decide to show up through me for a few seconds, but anyway, aside from that, okay, so that was kind of cool. And then people asked a few questions and I answered what I knew. I was very honest about what I did not know and kept reminding them, not a priestess, not initiated. Kept reminding them. Okay, and the workshop. So what do I get? Non-stop emails about, please teach me voodoo. You're amazing, you know so much about voodoo. I'm like, I just said I don't know about. So basically, the case in point here is that not being part of that tradition or path, we can't yet tell the difference. That's with anything though. It's like nothing wrong with that. Anything you're not experienced in, you don't know the difference between legit and not legit. You just don't. Kind of like martial arts. When you start martial arts, you just think they're all awesome because they can all throw you across the room without even trying. And you're like, oh my God, this master. Meanwhile, they're not necessarily a master. And you find out later, you're like, oh, okay, that one maybe not. So with anything that you don't know much about, everybody seems to be a master, right? So I'm just saying be careful because we can easily fall for things that are not all that. You know, if I was bored or a jerk or looking to make extra cash, I could have been like, yeah, I'm a priestess, yeah, whatever. And most of the room probably would have believed me. Which is unfortunate because, you know, you always want them to go to Haiti, to Africa, to wherever, to Brazil, to wherever, to Cuba, wherever, to get the initiations done to the actual priests and priestesses. But I'm just saying that some people could have, their initiation could be not quite as awesome And everybody in these countries wants to tell you you're a priestess now, or at least from what I've heard. I've heard many stories where they're like, "Yeah, you're a priestess." Oh, whatever. Hand us this money, you're a priestess. Which sometimes, sure, other times not always. You walk into Port-au-Prince, and everybody wants to teach you voodoo in Port-au-Prince. See a white person, they're like, "Yeah, I'm gonna teach you voodoo." So not everybody gets the most legit initiations. And then you still learn more than is in the books. And you still learn more than you knew, so you think you know a lot. And then some people will go opening groups in the West where they don't fully know or don't fully have the lineage. So it's not always people trying to scam, though. You'd not believe the emails I get daily from people in Nigeria, holy crap. Anyway, aside from that. People could just be totally honest about the path, but they don't always have the connections. So you have to be careful. You have to ask around. So what you do to ask around, you don't generally go to the forums and the places you're used to going. That's not where you go. You don't go to a cooking forum to ask about magic. You don't go to a ceremonial magic forum to ask about Palo. Just don't. Now, you might run into the odd one, but you're going to run into a bunch that you probably might lead you astray or something. You got to go to the actual places and the actual people and talk with them. And it often, usually, takes a while. It takes a while to get somebody to trust you enough, or you to trust them enough to know, to get connected with the proper people to set you up along the path with the legit people. So that's my rant for the day, is we can't tell. Just seeing me in martial arts, I'm like, "Oh, master, yes. You'll throw me across the room." Just keep that in mind. If any of you do martial arts, just think of your first martial arts class. You're like, "Damn, this person is good." Meanwhile. So anyway, this is my rant about ATRs and voodoo. There are some legit people out there, and some that are even on the internet. Most of them stay off the net, but some of them are. Just gotta hunt them out. And if they're messaging you, telling you they can cure AIDS, true story, I got one the other day. Just out of the blue, they message you. They can cure AIDS and cancer, and I think they listed every melody. And they can, of course, help with money, with lust, with love, with everything. They're the great master. Meanwhile, they're only like about 20 years old. Yeah, I get those messages daily. Those hashtags. Here's the hashtag voodoo. Anyway, so yeah, be careful those. You generally got to get to know people. Anyway, thanks for watching. Enochian.org. Comment, like, share, and all that. And I'll do some more now.